Hello, this is Iris Moreno. Today I'm going to be presenting my final exam for composition based on paper 3. My thesis is Strategic Memo for Practical Guidance for the Responsible Use of Artificial Intelligence in Criminal Justice and Law Enforcement for law enforcement personnel and supervisors, based on the investigation that I did the last 2 weeks. So AI has been advancing so much in the last decade that it is part of every workplace, but there are positive and negative aspects to using AI. In this document, I will show you the benefits and consequences of using AI in law enforcement and criminal justice operations. Benefits and uses of AI in law enforcement. So for the benefits, a faster review and organization of reports and records. We are allowed, for example, in my department to use AI, not to do our whole report, just assist us with information. And these documents are sent to court. Our reports are going to court, so it does help us a lot when presenting this for the grammar. Especially because law enforcement officers, all you need is high school diploma and go to a police academy. And there's a lot of officers that have a lot of issues with their grammars. When we do our reports, we send them, our supervisors send them back saying that there's a lot of grammar errors and we have to fix them. So I believe that AI does help a lot. Assistance with analyzing large volumes of data. For example, in my department, we have a really high call volume, which means way more reports compared to any city. So it does help us organizing all this information, improved identification of crime patterns and trends, enhanced resources allocation and deployment planning. So for example, on this one, I just recently took a training for TICS ICS for major incidents, which is like flooding, extended fires, major crashes, and we were allowed to use AI to help us with charts and planning for all these type of situations. And it was a big help, especially when it comes to time management, support for evidence management and information retrieval, and increased efficiency in routine administrative tasks. So it's not only for us, it also helps the department, whoever's in administration, to gather all of our stuff and our records and just place them in order. For the uses, the first one of the 4 is going to be administrative support, which is drafting report outlines, summarizing lengthy documents, and organizing case information, and assisting with scheduling and resource management. That's what I was just explaining right now about administrative positions. For data analysis, is identifying patterns within crime data, supporting intelligence analysis, and reviewing large data sets more efficiently. Training and education, creating training materials, developing scenario-based exercises, and supporting professional development. For information management, we have searching departmental databases, categorizing records and evidence, and assisting with documental retrieval. For the risk of unsupervised AI usage can be many, starting off with officers. If they are not sure about the law, they use AI. At the end of the day, artificial intelligence is like, for example, a robot or something that's not real and there. Um, Somebody can get arrested unlawfully. Also, for example, if you don't know what you actually have on your reports because you used AI, whenever it comes to court, you can present something wrong, and how is that gonna make you look as an officer? Um, if the judge knows the law and you just show what you have with AI, and many officers just search information, copy and paste, sometimes they don't even know what they have in their own reports. I also added the do's and don'ts for administration and hands-on positions within a department. And I would say the most important one is going to be follow department policies regarding technology usage. When it comes to accountability, it's going to be the responsibility of both officers and supervisors. The officers for using AI inappropriately, and supervisors for failing to review any AI assisted work. I hope my document helps my department and any other law enforcement agencies with the correct use of AI within the department. Thank you.